Hey guys, welcome back to part 2. Check out these photos. I had no behind the scenes footage for any of these photos, but these happened. I used one light to bounce off the ceiling, and that's how I got these results. It really helps me when you sign up. It encourages me to keep doing this. You have no idea, or maybe you do, how difficult it is to get behind the scenes footage at a wedding. I never let it get in the way of the actual wedding photography, but that's why there's key parts missing. So here we took some photos. I'm only going to show a little bit of this because it's a lot of the same, but I took a whole lot of photos of each bridesmaid with the bride, all the groomsmen with the groom, and there's a whole bunch of combinations. But here I'm using natural light. You see, this green, this background is probably the most pleasing one that I could find. Any other direction, it would be blown out, and I would be forced to use flash, and I didn't want that. I wanted a green background, and do you see those trees behind them? That's the greenest thing that I found. So I was able to take some photos here, but that's I figured that's okay here because it not only looks nice, but I would have another opportunity to take more photos later at the venue. We'll start off really easy to kind of loosen up. Hold hands. Maybe just borrow one of their bags.
I have one extra one. Lupita, can you grab the earrings box?
But it'd be just, yeah.
Or give me the back of your earring.
Yeah, just let her use yours for now. See?
Yeah, that is faster.
Should have that in my kid earring back. Yeah. This first shot, you're just walking towards me, and you're slowly, because I know it's hard to walk, and you guys are looking at each other because nobody else is here looking at you, even though everybody's looking at you. All right, give me a sec though. I'm actually using my 70 to 200 f2.8 lens. I was using it during the ceremony, and so I just kept it on. And so I'm getting all these shots of them zooming in, zooming out, getting a large variety really quickly because we only really had a few minutes here. Plus, like I said before, we were going to have more time later at the venue. So we got a few shots here. There's a couple shots that we got that weren't in the behind the scenes, but I'll explain it to you later. So here you can notice, you have to notice the light on their face. First of all, how is it hitting them? Is it pleasing? Do you need more light? You see right there to the right hand on the screen next to that bag, there's a light ready to go if I need it, which I often try to not need it. But it's there, and if I use it, it would be in such a way that it's probably really low power, so that I don't really overpower the backlight. It's just enough to give a little fill. I prefer natural photos. If you hire me to be your wedding photographer, it's because you like natural looking photos. If you like the super blue sky because they use a ton of flash on you, that's not really my style. So here's some photos that I got that I had no behind the scenes for, but they're super nice. Probably the only thing I see that's actually ready to be photographed. So that's what I'll do. ISO is the lowest it could be. Aperture where I want it to be. Shutter speed according. Gives you the shot you want. That's pretty much it for this. Of this, but I'm pretty sure that's not their picture, so I should wait. And this is, I'll wait for it to be set up. Here, nothing is really set up. It's like a venue, but it's like a backyard. People are waiting. I was gonna get here to get detail shots. I'm just gonna put my stuff in the shade for now and go around taking whatever shots I can. Once some things were ready, I got right to work and I photographed every detail of it using my 35mm Sigma art lens and also my 50mm art lens. So I'm going through it, just taking photos. I'm not going to show you every photo. These are natural light photos. Right here is more about the composition. So I missed the behind the scenes for these photos. That was the grand entrance, and now we're getting into the dancing. So yeah, I'm using two lenses here, my 35 mil and my 70 to 200 lens. I move around. I don't just stay in one spot. Mostly I think because I remember them not really turning much, and if they're not turning much, then you're not getting the angle, so you have to move around them. There's a lot of people there, so I'm trying not to, get any of them. But I'm moving around, getting all these shots. This is all naturally lit. I got very lucky. These photos, I had no BTS for, so I'm sorry about that. But these are all naturally lit photos, super nice, including the cake cutting. In a very big way, this wedding was super easy to take photos of. This is all natural light. Look, there's pleasing light hitting them, so I didn't have to use my flash. Although I did have it set up to the corner somewhere further away. So the only thing you can do here really, or that you should do here, is find the best composition, which in this case was a bit of a challenge because in front of her there's a whole lot of people. You can see that there. And in front of them there are some people, so I'm trying to get up high, get shots, just to add variety to these photos and not have all these heads in the photo, like the backs of their heads. So I'm moving around like that. See, I find this nice composition. I always like to include like foreground elements like that. I think that looks really nice. Here is dancing, and this wedding actually ran behind about an hour. They were super nice about it, super nice, and I was like, okay, I had some plans, but it's okay. I stayed a little bit, and that an hour, but by this time it was dark, and I didn't really anticipate it running behind an hour, so that's okay though. That's why I have my prime lenses. They're 1.4 lenses, and I'm able to get these shots with my 35 Sigma art. Um, you can see how dark it is, but yet it doesn't look quite that dark in the photo, right? Even with the 35 Sigma art, I'm always looking for like foreground elements. That's why I saw this and I'm like, oh, that looks cool. I'll take that shot. And right after these dances finished, it was pretty much the end of the night for me. They stayed a little longer. Had I stayed longer than this, I would have set up multiple flashes. But there was no need for that because this is virtually the last bit of light in the day, and my prime lenses were able to handle it. If you're using the 24 to 70 2.8 and the 70 to 200 2.8 primarily on your weddings, it's great. That's how I started. But man, once you start using your prime lenses and seeing how much light you can let in situations like this, it's like you'll never go back. I have my 24 to 70 2.8 and it sits there as a backup. And it sits there only when I need something wide, because right now the widest prime lens I have is a 35. But I try not to use the 24 to 70 much because my prime lenses are that good. You know what? If anybody has any experience with the new Nikon Z prime lenses, the 35, specifically the 85 right now, I'm trying to decide, should I get the Nikon Z85 1.8 or the Sigma Art 1.4 85 mil? I really don't know. I'm trying to find a YouTube video that explains it. So hopefully I hear from you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know what you think, what I can do better. Maybe in the future I'll have somebody follow me around and record like a complete wedding. It's just a lot tougher than it seems to record behind the scenes, and I never let it get in the way. If it gets in the way, I actually stop filming behind the scenes. That's actually happened at the last 3 weddings because I'm like, okay, I can't keep up with the fast pace of the wedding and do the behind the scenes. So I stop and I just focus on the wedding. But hopefully I can get you guys some more stuff. I do have other weddings and the quinceañera ready to upload or to edit. So let me know what you guys think, okay? Thanks. Bye.